And we're live. Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. So, we've got something a little different planned. So as many of you may remember, or for those that don't, I streamed a little game called Dredge that came up in 2013, or 2023, not 2013. That had been a different time. And I really enjoyed myself with it. It scared the shit out of me on occasion, and I got to learn more about the different intricacies of the game, like what appears if your sanity goes down enough, and the general overview of the backstory of everything, which I kind of understood, but due to the game's more vague nature of conveying the stronger points, I looked up some finer details of things that I might have missed, and I really liked it. And then the DLC for the first DLC came out, which was the Ice one, and I liked the Ice one. It was a little short, but I also chalked that up to being end game gear level, so I could blaze through so much of it so quickly. And then we get announcements for another DLC, which I had plans on getting and streaming, but everything kept coming out in the span of the past couple years and distracted me heavily. But now is the time. If the game will capture. Give me a second. Excuse me, I just ate, so sorry if my voice is a little... Yeah, Dredge Iron Rig. So, I learned that this DLC is quite a bit longer than the Frozen Wastes. Is that what it's called? It was Frozen something. And I'm intrigued to see how this may end up turning around as far as the fishing mechanics are concerned. I've done my damnedest to stay spoiler-free from this one, I can tell you that much. Like, when this came out, people were streaming it a bunch, and I was like, ah, shit, I gotta really avoid it, because I didn't have the money at the time, and I had too many other games to look at, so... Yeah, but here we are now, with us taking a look at this. I'm really excited, though, because I like Dredge, I like this game. It's oddly calming in how terrifying it can be. All right. Talk to the mayor. What can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know more about? No. I don't have anything else for me. And yeah, we are at endgame with all of the upgrades that we have, so I imagine this may not take too long either. So we'll see. Game? Thank you. I got very scared for a second. I need to figure out... Okay. Right. Left bumper for the powers. What was the map again? That's docking. Messages. Journals? Oh, right, the captain's log. From the Ice DLC. I actually never read through these. Or I think I read through these. Wait, I really didn't read through these? That's bizarre. I thought I did. All right, well, let's read through these first. I thought I did. I mean, it's been, what, over a year since I played the DLC there, so who knows. Captain's log, 30th of May, 1847. Arrived at the floating sea ice amidst a particularly thick fog. A few channels could be seen leading into the ice. Those sizable chunks float in our way, posing a hazard. I've ordered us to moor against the outer ice wall while engineers make adjustments to better prepare the vessel. And then it's probably June 1st next. The vessel was pursued by a particularly aggressive narwhal. Some men placed fish on the ice nearby in an effort to distract it. It appeared to work, though only for a time. It resurfaced and needed satiating repeatedly. If we can't find a more permanent solution to the beast, we'll have to make sure we keep enough fish on hand to placate it. Right, that was meant to be our clue to the narwhal, to be like, hey, keep throwing stuff to the narwhal. Captain ordered us to make camp on the ice in the center of the lagoon. After we saw those lights in the ice, everyone's got treasure on their minds. Treasure hunting isn't exactly what the expedition was commissioned for, but given the captain gets the lion's share of whatever we find, it doesn't surprise me that he's willing to bend the rules a bit. We'll start digging after the camp's done. And then it was... Did I not get June 3rd? Spent the day digging down in the ice, shovels and ice picks. Can't remember the last time I was this tired. We were only allowed 2 short breaks all day. Down in the pit, as I rested with my back against the ice, I started hearing something. It was different from the sounds of the picks. They were short and sharp. This was low. They were short and sharp. This was low. A rumble from deep down. On my first break, it was occasional, only a few each minute. By my second break, it had quickened, like a heartbeat. The captain overheard me telling some others about the sound I heard in the pit. Before I knew it, I was in front of his desk. Sure, I was about to have my pay docked. To my great surprise, he seemed to know something of it already. He was keen on hearing it described over and over. He wants me to help locate the source of it. When he pressed me on it further, I said that it seemed to be coming from the east. Tomorrow we are setting out to see if we can find it. Perhaps I shall get a bonus after this is done. And medical care. Oh, wait. Oh, these were meant to be a part of the same document. The men spent the whole day digging. They passed up chunks of ice, some as brilliant as crystal, others of a deepest blue, more beautiful than sapphires. But none held the glow we had seen in the night. However, I did note a disturbance in the ice to the west. It began as a periodic distant rumble. As the men dug deeper, the pulsing quickened, strengthening until I could see the ice shifting on the surface. I have to inform the captain. It may well be that narwhal creature we saw earlier, though this did seem much larger. As I write this, I can already feel my eyes closing. We'll have to wait until the morning. Right, and then... As I lay falling asleep, the most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and ethereal. There was no mistaking this as a trick of the wind, nor a jest by the crew. It did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but whispered a cryptic prophecy. At first I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, and that I should indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars and eyes opening unto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish, as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun in my head, echoing ever louder. Ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to see me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat as the men were digging yesterday. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. All right, then... 7th. This morning the captain appeared out of the fog, rowing alone. Apparently the boatswain remains at a camp in the east, waiting for nightfall. They were unsuccessful in their search, but it does make sense that the lights would be more visible at night. Tomorrow we're to journey together to the west, towards the shifting ice that I reported. And then we are alone on a small island of ice. After hours of rowing through narrow channels, it rose through the fog, a gargantuan, monstrous claw reaching from the deep. Whatever creature it once belonged to must be long dead, as the claw is frozen solid. I wanted to turn back immediately, but the captain insisted we investigate. He is on edge. His head is turning this way and that, listening for the slightest sound. He is convinced something will happen after dark. As the last light of the cold sun fades, I have the sense that it will be a long night. So yeah, they meant to go on an expedition, and I guess they found something. Alright, so how do I access this DLC? Where the fuck do I use the map? Map. I want my map up. Rotate by page up. I wish I remembered where the map up. Oh, There we go. Thank God. Okay, so it's just... Okay, it's just up here. All right, so near Devil's Spine and Twisted Strand. But... God damn it. My boat moves too fast and I lose control easy. All right, repair all. Aurus Anchor, a fragment of a golden splintered horn. Discordant buzzing fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. Cast this overboard to create a resoundable two-way portal. Right. Right, we had that. Well, we have riches and stuff, but... As I said, there isn't really much of a reason for me to need any more upgrades. Unless I, hold on. Let's take a look at my storage here. Yeah, because we only need the pocket watch left to truly finish the base game. Do I want this on right now? And then I'm gonna uninstall that and throw that in here, and then I'm gonna take my versatile rod, rotate, and do this. Because I don't really need any other things right now. I do have a mackerel I can sell to the fishmonger, just a quick cash. There, and then storage. I don't need any other... Yeah, I have no other upgrades that I need to be able to research. Actually, never mind. I can spend it on this, which I'm not really going to see the reason to, but may as well. Okay, so that's done. And I will put this in the storage. That can stay. These can all be good for selling. This... Yeah. Let's go stay the night in Little Marrow. And then we'll head over north to figure out what's going on next. You still not doing hot, buddy? No, didn't think so. And then we'll sell all the trinkets, get a nice 3 hundo, and then we eat. All right. Good old 4-hour nap to stave off the weird monsters. Oh, it's right there. Oh, we also got an update in the DLC of what's in the cabin near the collector's house. I would actually like to see that first before I do anything else. All right, workshop. The workshop looks as though it has been unused in decades. It's locked. Really? Part of me kind of... we'll see. So, nothing on the key situation, huh? Well, in any case, north we go. I'll check on her, see how she's doing. Also, holy shit, I move so fast in this. Anything from the builder? Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. All right, nothing new for her. Yeah, I'm glad to be playing more of this because I find it interesting. Like, this is a first-time project for these devs, and they just really did well here. So, congrats on them. They did so well. and I wish them the best of luck on future projects, because they've done something really awesome here. All right. What are we looking at here? You dock at a small metal wharf. 4 giant legs stretch down into the deep, lifting a mountain of metal into the sky. An elevator connecting the dock area to the main platform lies ahead. A man waits nearby, a yellow hard hat strapped to a concerned expression. What do you want? What is this place? Haven't you heard? This is the Ironhaven Corporation's new drilling rig. Or it would be if we were on schedule. Right now, it's just a platform. The boss is gonna dock our pay for sure if he shows up and the drill hasn't even started. We've got the foundational stuff laid, but we've been running into some supply issues. He glances nervously at the water, large waves rolling underneath the shadow of the platform. The ship delivers crates of material. The ships delivering crates of materials keep going missing, and HQ says they're not able to dispatch any more for a few weeks. Look, I normally wouldn't ask a civilian for help, but we're already so far behind. Why don't I mark the last known coordinates of those ships on your map? If you're able to find any of those crates, I'm sure the Corp would let you use our facilities once we get the generator wired up, that is. Or, once we get the, yeah, okay. So, where on map? Okay, so there, and there. And no pontoons, because this is this ain't no island. There. All right, there. Oh, there's another one. Cool. Okay. Is that all of it? Looks like it. Well, why don't we bring these back and see if that makes any progress happen? Unless I need to bring all of the supplies in, but we'll see. Ooh, wait, hold on. What can get caught here? Let me see. Come on. Okay, I've already caught this before. All right, and construct. That ought to be enough to get the generator going. I'll get these materials sent up to the main platform. So that should be in working order, but I just checked the storeroom and it looks like we never got any fuel on deliveries. I did find this though. You can use it to patch things up in a pinch. Keep it. It's the least I can do in return for your help. Okay. So I'm guessing this could be a quick repair while we're not at a pontoon or the shipwright. While I go and figure out the fuel situation, why don't you introduce yourself to the head scientist? He's always interested to hear about the local fish species. You approach an old man pacing back and forth near a cornered off area of the main platform. He's muttering to himself quietly. Who are you? Ah, the angler turned courier, isn't that right? The workers were talking about you. All good things, I promise. Say, you must know a great deal about the fish species around here, yes? What have you encountered in these waters? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Instead of rolling his eyes, as most people do when they sense a fisherman's tail approaching, the scientist's eyes glisten with an intense curiosity. Is that so? Perhaps you'll find me a little more imaginative than others. Before we get into all of that, though, it seems my laboratory is also a victim of a missing supply shipment. I was planning on conducting research into fish species in the area, but I can't do that without something to study. Without somewhere to study. Can do that. Once we've got enough material for the science lab. Oh, we've got enough material for the science lab now, too? We'll get to work. That should be enough space for your tubes and fluids, eh? Yes, more than sufficient for my needs. Thank you, both of you. Fisherman, considering you're not on the corp's payroll, why don't you take this, a small token of my appreciation. Thermos of calming cinnamon tea, enough to quite... Oh, that's good for panic. That's nice. Cool. The foreman turns to you. I think we have a solution for our fuel problem. Come see me at the generator and I'll give you the rundown. Okay, what's this about? How long have you worked on the for the Ironhaven Corp? My whole professional career has been dedicated to scientific research at the corporation. So that's, well, north of half a century now. Our current executive's father hired me when I was fresh out of college. You must have seen something in me all those years ago. Okay. Also, we have an ad break starting in about 5.5 minutes. So it turns out the fuel never got dispatched from Ironhaven at all. I was on the radio to HQ. Apparently, this is a biofuel generator. It's some new tech the Corp wants to trial out here, and they expect us to supply it ourselves. Thing is, they didn't think to outfit us with any gear for harvesting biomass, and the fleet services construction is way down the project list. Think you could help us out again? You can add fish or most other biological material, I suppose, to the hopper here. Once it's filled, we ought to be able to start the drill. Okay, so fill this up with fish. Well, let's see, where am I? We could sleep here. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. All right, let's get some fish. See, closest to us is either Devil's Spine or... I'd rather go Twisted Strand, because at least that's more easy to navigate for me. Have I... Wait a second. Ah! I was like, have I never looted that? No, that can't be looted. That'll explain why. It's a dredge here. Ooh. Actually, that makes me wonder if getting aberration fish would affect this any. All right, well, let's give these in and see how that goes. Ooh, what's that? What is this? Oh, it's a flag. Okay, neat. Yeah, apparently, like, one of the other free updates that came up was that they let you be able to start customizing your ship more, so you could paint the hull of it, or you could get a new flag for the ship to have. So that was a nice little update. Just nice customization for players. Hence why I've got the anchor. All right. Oh, no, this will work perfectly. I had the right amount of fish. All right. It won't hold any more. I'll fire it up. The crushing compactor clunks to life. The sound of pneumatic pistons and strange squelching soon gives way to the stuttering sound of distant gears. Ha-ha, we've done it! A large capsule drops down from a chute labeled waste. Through its clear walls, you can see remnants of the fish you deposited. Well, you'd probably be able to use that for chum, right? It's yours if you want it. A canister of malignant fish remains, adorned with warning stickers and caution labels, attracts wretched fish. Oh, so that's if I want aberration specifically. That's neat. All right, well, the ad break's about to start, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the BRB. So take this time to get yourself some water, stretch, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right, let's see what happens. So I could use this bait to get more aberrated fish, but I might pollute the waters.
Now I finally get this drill started. All clear. Initiating drill deployment in 3, 2, 1.
The drill descends. Is that what drills look like for an oil rig? Uh-oh. I don't think that's... Uh-oh. Well, the scientist walks over, gripping hand drills to counteract the shockwaves from the drill. We've broken through. We're underway at last.
And what about that huge crack that opened up? Is the reservoir stable?
Admittedly, the fissure is larger than my model suggested, but it appears to have stabilized. We should consider halting the drill for now. Also, we would be remiss in our duties to the local population if we didn't survey the area and gather some data. In that vein, fisherman, I have something for you. The factory has recently become operational, allowing us to manufacture equipment infused with, what now? Infused with the corporation's latest breakthroughs. This is a new design. Infused rod. The line passes through a canister of dark fluid coating its... Oh! Sure, I'll take it. I'll put it in the storage. Using that rod, I need you to collect specimen samples from the marrows. Just to check that the fish species are unaffected by our operations here. Okay. Foundry. A helmeted figure emerges from the shadows by a building site. He lifts his visor.
This place isn't built yet.
He gestures to a pile of materials behind him.
We're short on materials. Once they arrive, we can start working.
All right, and the tech lab. When the tech lab is operational, we'll be able to work on projects for a much more technical nature. I have plans for an interchangeable module system. You'll see. I'll show you when we're set up here, but one more lot of materials and we'll be able to upgrade some of your boat's basic functions. Okay. So it sounds to me like I need to storage, and then I may have to actually, hold on, let's uninstall this. And then install, where'd it go? Where are you? I put you somewhere. There you are. I have a feeling we may need to actually use the infused rod. How's it going out there? What's the purpose of this rig? Well, I can't go into specifics, you understand. But the purpose of this platform is to test a crucial hypothesis that I've been working towards for years. If my hypothesis proves correct, it'll yield a significant asset for the corporation's business diversification strategy. Okay. Are you gonna stop the drill? Ah, yes. I believe the drill has already stopped operating. The foreman should be making preparations to withdraw it from the seabed. It's not something you can just yank out, apparently. The drill team will take their time to try to ensure minimal disturbance. Okay. Well, there's a supply point here, so we can go check that out. And I have a feeling I may need to go fish in the sections here to be like, hey, what's going on with the fish? There's some fucked up looking fish. All right. So one was over this way. I have a feeling that maybe, hold on, pursuits. Okay, collecting samples from the marrows. So I imagine he'll have me be collecting samples from across the different areas of the game, not just the marrows. Oh shit! No, you don't! I know about you, you little fucker! Ooh, that guy almost got me. The fucking anglerfish. Ugh. God, both in this and in fucking, God damn, both in this and in, Outer Wilds, anglerfish still fucking scare the shit out of me. Okay. So I was correct. We need to use these enhanced rods for these areas. Oh, that poor turtle. Tulamon's Trump. What the fuck is that? Is this a... You know what? I probably shouldn't ask. This probably is a real animal that exists in the world, and I am disturbed at that prospect. All right, so yeah, we've oiled up the entire area now. Yahoo oil. Oh God, the turning is so wide. Okay, we've already gotten one of those guys. Ooze gathers onto your vessel. I should get out of this. All right, well, let's get more supplies while we're at it. And I damaged my ship, so I should probably go see the shipwright. Dark splash. A foul ooze congealing into strange and shifting shapes. Can I just get rid of that? Yes, I can discard it. Cool. All right, let's get some supplies, and then we can head back to the rig and get good on that front. Did I damage my ship at all? Like, oh, my light. Fuck. I don't have as much coverage now. All right. I don't know if the freshness of the fish would matter at all, but worth it to look at least. Am I hearing... Oh, those orcas. Actually, I don't know... I was about to say, I don't know if it's a thing in this game if orcas will damage your ship at all. Or... I don't know, I'm not a... this isn't a yacht boat, so maybe they don't. Hey, fisherman. Thanks again for the help filling that generator. I've reported our new operational status to HQ. In fact, they've given me a budget to compensate you for any additional biomass you bring in. Just see me at the generator and I'll pay you. Okay. How's it going out there? Okay, I have 2. There. There we are. And then paddlefish and a sea cucumber. Okay, that's a crab and coastal. Got it. A figure emerges from the lower decks and beckons you into the shadows. If you're going to be hanging around, maybe we can do business. Come see me at the Undermarket, alone. Got some items you might be interested in. Don't ask where they come from,
Better off not knowing. Can make some basic repairs too, but it'll cost you.
Oh. Interesting. So you sell me... Okay, so you're my new shop. Alright, well, I actually need a repair. I'm rich at I'm rich at around $4,000, so we're set on that front. And I'll buy one of those. I think that's good. Now, Foundry, or Tech... I feel like Tech Lab will be good.
Everything appears to be in order. I'll get the team onto it.
Alright. At last, I'll be excited for you to try some of these out. This wing is for the enhancements of boat functions, lights, horns, and spyglasses. Okay. Ah. So I need money and supplies. Gotcha. Well, in that case, let's try and get to the Marrows and then sleep. And then we can do the fishing and other supply stuff. Because Devil Spine... Yeah, that's the closest we're gonna get. The whispers. Okay. Making it so far. Oh. Sudden rocks, and I have sensitive turning too. Oh my, you look exhausted. You're not forgetting to get some sleep, are you? As I always say, taking frequent breaks is an important part of being productive. Yes. Actually, storage. I want to get this off of my ship. Let's do that. All right. I'll decide on what to do with that later. All right, and we eep. Okay. Okay, so I need... Do I even have crab pots in my, thing? Actually, I've never read on these. Let's see. Osteostriken, I think. This armored jawless fish hunts in strong currents and uses suction to pull smaller fish into its mouth. And then this weird fucking thing. Tulla monstrum. This bizarre creature feeds with a mouth on the end of a long proboscis. 2 eyes swivel on delicate spindly stalks. What a weird goddamn creature. Alright, well, I need to get a crab pot for the sea cucumber. Storage. I have Mouth of the Deep. Needs repair. Hardy crab part. Let's go with that. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I'd like to do, there's a spot behind Little Marrow that I can do. I have a feeling that maybe I need to plant a crab pot into here. Oceanic, okay. No. Alright, well, let's go to the Devil Spine supply drop then. So I'll need an oceanic rod. Enhanced oceanic rod for that. So this way. I have to say, one thing that I will always be impressed about with this game is just the art style and how simple yet really effective it is. Like, this game is going to age like fine wine as time goes on. Especially with the character portraits, because holy shit, they look good. Ow. Alright, 1. So now we can do 1 repair on there and then get ourselves an enhancement to our lights. So that's done. We'll check the crab depot another time, but I also need to get an enhanced rod for the oceanic parts. So let's go do that real quick. Oh, whale! Oh, actually, so during a tabletop one night, when I was talking with my Pathfinder group, I learned a very disturbing, well, I guess disturbing and odd occurrence that very rarely ever happens to people. Like, one of those rare occurrences that if it happens to you, it's a really interesting story, but hard to believe. But if you happen to catch it on camera, that's like a one in a million kind of possibility. So we were going through our game, and we were just kind of talking around about stuff that had happened, because, you know, it'd been like over a month since we had last gotten to meet up. You know, tabletop groups and supply depot, or supply depots, tabletop groups and picking up things that we need to handle. You know, adult life, it happens. And my our game master, he told us about how somebody, I don't know where in the world this happened, but somebody was kayaking around a channel, or like a deeper area in a channel, and a humpback whale had just completely engulfed the guy in its mouth before spitting him back out. Like, just out of nowhere, it mistook him for food, and it just, you know, gulped him, held him there for like a second before it spat him back out. Which, when I heard that apparently that is a thing that happens, it's just really uncommon, that made my brain go, another goddamn thing about the sea that will scare the shit out of me for years to come. Like, what the hell? In no capacity did I ever expect to hear about that kind of thing, because you know, humpback whales don't usually go after people, ever. Like, they are not, and he showed us the video, like a humpback, I think it was a humpback whale did indeed swallow him, spit him out, and he was just swimming back to his kayak, and I was like, what the shit? Like, I visibly recoiled from that, and he's like, yeah, I was weirded out too. So fun. That was a fun video to see, and it was fairly recent too. That's all we knew we can get for the foundry built. Yay! Good to go. Basic materials can be worked here. Iron Haven crate, heavy wooden crate full of materials. The outside is plastered with Legal threats and warnings against unauthorized opening. Oh. So if I bring this guy supply stuff that I have dredged up, he can make Ironhaven crate stuff. Oh, that's... Oh, and then that feeds into the tech lab. Ah. Neato. Can I not? There we go. Stronger light lessen the effects of panic, improved light radius. Cool. All right. And because I have some stuff, what does he require? He requires metal. Okay, I think I have all those. I have 2 of those. But considering we've still got some other things that we can get, I'm not too concerned about that right now. But what I do want to get, nobody ever does look through stock take at big corporations. Lucky for us. All right. Is there no other? Doesn't look like it. I do need an oceanic rod, so the thing is that because it's in that oil area, I need it to be enhanced, right? Or infused. So, need a paddlefish. Maybe it's something I can get without needing an enhanced rod. I'll see. In any case, though, that was 3 supply points that we've gotten to. So let's go check on the crab pot, see if we got ourselves any sea cucumbers, and then go to the point over here and see if we can get supply stuff. But yeah, I'm playing on a controller, by the by, which feels fine for this game. It's pretty intuitive, but I will say the one thing that I really like about the one thing that I say I'll enjoy about, you know, the come on, Will, remember your words. The keyboard and mouse controls is that the turning feels a lot better, because as you've noticed, I have bumped into things when I don't mean to, because I just straight up lose control of my turning. Which, you know, it happens. All right. So we have 2 supplies now. And need to go this way. You know, when I had done more looking around about this game as far as its deeper intricacies are concerned, I saw that there was some kind of vision you could have while you were really insane looking, like when your sanity was really low. There we go. And we'll pick that up. And something looked like a castle in the distance. I may be misremembering, but it was just some really bizarre looking thing that we saw, or that I saw in that video. Oh. There we go. I didn't need an oceanic rod. And I caught a trophy of it. All right, so back we go. can put the crab pot back in the storage while we're there, too. More supplies just out here? I'll take it. Yeah, I don't really, like, I imagine this oil rig stuff combined with all the fucked up eldritch shit that you encounter in this game will be resulting in some interesting things in the game. All right. Tech lab. I don't have research parts. Now I have research parts. Construct that. Science lab. Actually, hold on. A woman stood just inside the doorway, sketching a design in her notebook. Hey there, welcome to the factory. I'm the lead engineer here. Because of your help getting things running here, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. Oh. I see. And I need heat-resistant line. Okay, so I need various different lines to... Infused winch. Hydraulic rod, dark canister, and an iron haven. Well, let's do this. Hold on, let me check my storage. Versatile rod. Do I not have any other kinds of rods? Okay, that's fine. Anti-tangle line and fathomless winch. Most of these projects I'm working on are for the rollout of Corp's new fleet. It'll be cutting edge. All right. Well, I've got a fathomless winch, so maybe I should just focus on that. Let's take this back. And storage. And then... yeah. Do I not have the... Cost 300. Oh, that's not the canister we need. Oh. Okay. Dark canister. What the fuck? Well, figure it out later. Submit samples. What do we have for you? There. And... the scientist looks taken aback. He consults some papers on his desk, then leafs through an old encyclopedia. This is... remarkable. Some of these species... have you caught these before? They haven't been seen outside the fossil record since... well, ever. I suppose it could make sense. The fissure opening caused some kind of disturbance in the deep, possibly spooking some of these fish up the water column. I'll run some tests on these. The scientist is interrupted by the foreman outside, shouting through his megaphone again. The foreman bellows an order.
Engage reverse gear! Get that drill out of there!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well. Ah, hell. That's enough. Drill is clear. I repeat, drill is clear. Shut it down.
As I was saying, I'll run some quick tests on these specimens. Though from the sounds of things, you may have some additional samples to gather. It seems the reservoir is more unstable than we anticipated. Even with the drill removed, it appears the fissure is continuing to expand. Unfortunately, there have been reports of some contaminants leaking from the fissure in isolated pockets. There was always a chance that this might happen. The engineer and the factory have been working on a system to siphon on such contaminants from the water. I'd very much like a canister of it.
I've been trying to keep a record on where all that dark liquid has been showing up. Come see me if you need any pointing to any contaminated patches.
All right. Foreman says we're due to start on the extension of the building soon. Okay. Factory. We're planning the stages of the expansion to the factory, maybe to be able to help out. Well, I spent all of my shit already. Actually, no, I haven't spent all my shit already. Okay. Factory's core facilities have been improved. We can make some more items now. Okay, so now we have potentially better stuff here. Okay. We don't fully understand the properties of all the materials we're working with, but it's something the head scientist is working on. Okay. Can I help you? Do you know anything about these mutated fish I've been fighting? Mutations are present in almost all species, and fish are certainly no exception. In my years of study, I've seen fish with extra fins, eyes, and even heads. Yes, they're a relatively normal part of the development of species. Occasionally, they can be infused by external factors, or influenced by external factors, but only in exceptional circumstances. Okay, what's going to happen to the fissure that opened up? Now that the drill is withdrawn, it should settle down, provided nothing else disturbs the seabed. I expect that, given enough time, it will be filled with sediment entirely. In the meantime, it appears to have opened up some interesting opportunities for research. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Locals in the Marrows and Gale Cliffs have reported sighting of a strange ooze on the surface of the water. I need you to collect a canister of it for me. You'll need to upgrade the factory, construct a siphon trawler before you'll be able to do that, though. Okay. Siphon trawler. Most of these projects I'm working on are for rollout of the Corp's new fleet. Okay. Siphon trawler. Basic trawler net. Do I have that? I have that. I'll get that in a moment. And actually, let's do it like this then. I'll keep an eye out for more supplies, because I do need those. And we'll sleep. And then I want to install this new net. Where'd it go? There it is. Need to make room, because of course I do. Okay, this can go here. This, I don't have room for it. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to do enhancements to a lot of my rods going forward, so I'll just supply that away. I'll put this over here because for some reason a net has to be in its own specific little area. There we go. And then we need, let's see, this thing is still fresh, so that's good. Now, we need to go to Gale Cliffs, huh? All right. Well, first I want to go to the fishmonger in Little Marrow to at least drop off the sea cucumber. And we'll pick up supplies as we go. Oh God, looking. There we go. All right. I don't know how I'm supposed to access the storage shed in Blackstone Isle, because I'd like to see what's in there. I just don't know where I'm supposed to get the key for it. The only thing that I kind of wish would happen in this game is if the NPCs of the area would add their input into the events that are going on right now in the DLC. Like, hey, we've got oil stuff, we've got weird sludge cropping up on our land. Like, what in our bay areas? What the fuck's happened? I don't know. Just a thought. All right, so then we wait till daytime, we troll through and get a canister of the stuff. I figured I could still buy one of these from her. She resupplies on these a lot. Actually, save it for the other place. All right. Trawler net. Okay. Oh, we can, oh, cool. We can just clear this up. Lovely. Lancet fish. Interesting. Ugh, ooze. Discard. Oceanic. Okay, so if I clear up that area, it doesn't fully get rid of it. Good to know. Okay, and we got it. So we've got that. So we're good on that front. And I think we can make it back to the rig in time. Although we should probably get some more for the upgrade that I want for the other winch that I've got. I think that'd be a good idea. Plus we get to clean the environment up a little bit. Win-win. Oh, this is satisfying. All right, looking good so far. It's getting better. I'm not going to go near that water spout. So we almost have 2 ready. I feel like I'm going to need multiple for some of the supplies that I want to grab, so I'll stick around here to do some more gathering. More oceanic. Oh, that's a weird looking light in the sky. Oh. All right, let's get some more done. This game really is calming, but in like the ways that you can end up getting unsettled so easily. Because like in one moment you can be just nice and happily calming times fishing and maybe learning about some fish that you otherwise wouldn't have heard of. And then suddenly you just see like a giant sea monster out of nowhere, or the fucking thing that's behind that spot. Ugh. There we go. Okay, starting to clean up some more. We'll have plenty of the canisters of stuff. You know, when I first encountered the monster that was in the Gale Cliffs, that got me kind of wondering about the logistics about something that usually you see sometimes with oceanic horror creatures. For most creatures to make sounds, you need to have like, you need to be able to have lungs and other capacities in vocal range to even do something like that. For roaring or what have you. So I have to wonder, like, do these oceanic creatures have some capacity of a voice box or any kind of sound to their bodies that can let them make noises from their mouths? Because I don't think I'm trying to think of the logic on how some creatures would be able to do the roar despite their, you know, lack of lungs. At least I'm misremembering. Unless I'm misremembering and this one doesn't roar. I know the narwhal in the ice DLC roars because that thing is basically half polar bear, half narwhal, which is a scary prospect. Like, but nonetheless, that thing has some mammal qualities to it since it looked half polar bear, so it would make sense that that thing could maybe make some noise when it's out of the water. Although whales can make sounds, but that's because they have lungs. So I guess maybe the fish, maybe the big scary creature in Gale Cliffs could also make noise since it is large enough to probably have a lung capacity. Just thinking out loud on that. Like, I probably shouldn't dive too deep into the logic of some things. Like, as my DM that told me about the humpback whale story says, sometimes you just gotta let the logic fly out. Like, because let's face it, nothing can kill a game with its magic system more than someone trying to be extremely literal with the physics of the world in general. Like, for instance, if somebody said, oh, I want to use my immovable rod to click it into place only for it to gradually find its way out of a monster that, you know, may have swallowed us or something, so that it just tears the monster apart from the inside. Or like, oh, I want the immovable rod to stay in one place and then not move with the rotation of the planet so that it moves like 5 feet after a short amount of time. But for some DMs, they just say, no, it'll move with the rotation of the planet. Fuck your rules. Like, you're trying to be cheeky with your science. You're trying to be cheeky with that there science talk. Well, we'll science back at you. We'll magic your science. So maybe I shouldn't be thinking too deeply about eldritch creatures and if whether or not they have a lung capacity. Oh. I guess I cleared it up. Or the game just says like, hey, close enough, go back. Oh wait, the fish in my, is it stale by now? It's rotting. Well, oops. Well, we'll sell this to the fishmonger. Yeah, a situation like this probably would have called for the, that ice stuff that was, priorly... Huh? I didn't even see the other samples I need to bring in. We can make the trip. If it's rotting, it can still go, so that's a plus. Unless, like, hold on, did I fuck up by keeping the thing out? Okay, no. I'm just wondering why the dark fluid didn't appear in my inventory. That's still good. Because, yeah, one of the upgrades you get in the Ice DLC is that you're given these ice blocks that you can use to preserve your fish for longer, which, it's a nice upgrade. I like it, but I, right now, don't necessarily need it because my ship is so fast I can get to places and still have my fish be relatively fresh. Yeah. So I can at least drop one fish off and do the canister stuff. All right, submit samples. Trilobite. I need an oceanic and a solacina. Return canister. Have you collected canisters of that component? Of the contamination yet? Wait, but hold on. Why isn't it in my inventory? Is it in my storage? Why isn't it in my inventory? Hello? Did I do this wrong? Weird. Alright, well, we need to sleep. Also, we have an ad break starting in about 5 minutes. Heads up. Been trying to keep a record of where all that dark liquid has been showing up. Can see if you need any. I know where to get them. I just am confused as to why it went away. But there's contaminated patches all around, so I should be okay just getting stuff from Steel Point, maybe. But yeah, that's really weird. Raise your lower your trawl net, move around to catch items. Why does it say missing item? Did I lose it? No. What happened? Oh, do I need to repair it? Hold on. That might be what happened. I might have broken it. Right? Yep, I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot that those can need repairing sometimes. Ah. So maybe I just needed to fix up and then we're set. Alright, so it was the undermarket that repairs my stuff, I think. There we go. Status disabled. Alright, well, we'll try that again. And this time not use it up. Hold on, not yet. Oh, it still says 3 next to the... Wait, if it still says 3 next to the thing, then maybe I could just go ahead and... Maybe I could just go ahead and turn them in now? That's weird. Why does it say 3 when... Unless it's... Unless I'm supposed to gather, like, multiple of the spots, or, like, get a whole bunch of them that counts as a canister, because I'm... I'm very confused. Because I thought, like, oh, if I gathered the bar to be full, then a canister will just appear in my inventory, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm very perplexed. No, I guess, very strange. Okay, well, let's sleep and try to clear up the point around Steel Point, I guess. Unless I'm supposed to fill it up only to a certain point, but I have no idea. That's very strange. Like, huh? I guess we'll see what happens. But the ad break is going to start soon, so once I get to Steel Point and its oil spill, I'll go ahead and turn the BRB on. How's Dredge? Dredge is going good. We started the DLC, the second DLC for it, and I'm about to clean up an oil spill this way, but the ad break is about to start, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the BRB on. So take these next 3 minutes to go ahead and get yourself some water, stretch, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. Yes, it turned off. Oh, well, thank you for the raid. I apologize, but the ad break's about to start. Raiders, I appreciate you sticking around, or appreciate you coming by. I means a lot, but ad break's about to start, so heads up. But after this, we'll be good for an hour with no ads. So yeah, BRB everybody. And we're back. Welcome back from the ads. Hopefully you didn't get accosted by random insurance adverts or that really weird lotion ad that's been popping up. Like, that's been the weirdest one. But yeah, welcome raiders. Sorry about the raid not going through. I guess that Twitch is having a bit of a problem. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Will. I'm a guy that plays games on the internet. Didn't even see any ad unfair. Well, darn. You missed out on the funny Taco Bell ads or the aforementioned lotion ads. If you know, you know. It was just this weird lotion ad that I really wish I had any other word for it, but it was quite literally just an interesting lotion ad. So yeah, that was a odd one. But yeah, welcome. So as you can see, I'm playing Dredge, and I'm going through the Iron Rig DLC since I hadn't really gotten through it yet. And I'm at the point in the DLC where we are siphoning the oil up to get some canisters filled. Now the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is, despite getting the canisters full, I don't really understand why it's not adding into my inventory. I do not know if I'm missing something, but we'll see. But yeah, so far I've only bumped into things on my ship once. This game is cool. Never played the DLC though. I would recommend it. The way that I would recommend the game and its DLC is this. The Iron Rig is very much a endgame style DLC that you can hop into, whereas the Ice DLC, the Ice Wastes or the Ice Island one, is more suited, I would say, towards mid-game capabilities, because when I played the DLC before this one, I was supplied up completely with my endgame ship, which is what I've got now. And with the endgame ship speed that I had, I basically blazed through the entire thing in about 2 hours. Actually, no, hour and a half. I made it 2 hours because I then started up the vanilla game's ending. So, yeah, I would recommend probably not being in an endgame ship going through that DLC, because you can go through it really damn fast. Speed, yeah, big speed. Only downside with the speed is I lose control of my steering really easily. Because I've had more than one instance, especially using it on controller, where I would be turning into an area that's a bit narrow, and then I'd accidentally bump into a rock or something and just completely fuck up my ship. There it is. Like those instances. See, not always a good thing. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get these canisters into the scientist's hands, because he's wanting supplies and the canisters to figure out what this fissure in the ground is supposed to be about, since this place had just been built outside of the game's playable area and caused massive oil spills. Which, you know, yeah, that's bound to happen. Like, I mean, hell, I grew up close to the Galveston area where the oil spills happened in that region, and that didn't really do the Gulf any favors. Poor Gulf of Mexico. Okay, do I have I still don't have canisters. That's so strange. So am I, like, stupid, or... Your voice reminds me of someone, but I can't put my finger on it. I'd be intrigued over that prospect, because I've been told my voice sounds like a lot of things. Let's see. Collect fluids and canisters. But how do I extract the canisters? How do I do that? cabin, encyclopedia. And of course, we're gonna need to get all these fish. Oh god, I wonder what the aberration of these things are gonna be like. Oh. Oh, it really was. Okay. Well, I know now. It was really just go into your net, bozo. All right, nice. Now I'm good. Here's a canister. There we go. He holds it up to the light. For a moment, the fluorescent bulbs in the room flicker and buzz, light recoiling in a pattern against the ceiling. Thank you. It's always important to know what we're dealing with in operations such as these. If he saw anything noteworthy about the liquid, he doesn't let on. Oh, and don't forget about that other thing I asked you to do. Have you had any time to gather samples from Gale Cliffs? No, but I will do that shortly. But I need to get... Alright, well now that I actually have these now... And yes, as the Nightbot says, my streams are 18 plus because I do occasionally talk a lot about adult topics that are not suited for younger audiences. For instance, you know that lotion that I mentioned earlier? For those that are old enough for it, it was boner lotion. It was lotion to help with erectile dysfunction, and I was so very taken aback that that commercial existed. It was very weird. Like, what the fuck? Why would they? Like, I get that a lot of gamers nowadays are either planning to have kids or at the very least spice up their bedroom activities, but I don't know if boner lotion's the thing that they'll point. Why? Like, that's my only question at the end of the day with that is just why? Seems concerning if they're targeting ads. I mentioned this before in a stream before, but it reminds me of, you know, when YouTube was really cracking down on, and I mean, more so, well, they still do a lot, but they were cracking down on a lot of content that their algorithm deemed as not safe for work. And people pointed out the hypocrisy of the whole thing when it turned out that the advertisements that played on their very platform were of comics that were also not of a safe for work nature. It feels kind of like that, especially considering all of the VTubers that had gotten banned for either literally nothing or for their models being a tad more scantily clad, which that can get into an entire discussion about like why would they have these kind of things and then potentially, you know, get punished and then not like that. But I'm not a VTuber, so I can't really make any statements in that front because it's not really my place to. So I do think it is bullshit, though, the bans that I had seen, but I just hope that they, at the very least, you know, I hope Twitch at least can make some more clear-cut rules. Oh, well. Because Twitch is definitely not immune to really bad business decisions. We have witnessed that time and time again. Like, as much as they have been a great supplier for people that otherwise would not be able to find stable careers, yeah, they're still a company that's run by people that can make really bad decisions. But nonetheless, I'm just here playing this game because I really enjoy it, and hoping that, you know, I don't get randomly attacked by some sea monsters. Okay, so we got some supplies there. So there's one supply that's all the way over here. And it was just supplies I needed to get that winch upgrade. So let's go get that. But yeah, that's like that kind of situation felt very much like out of the actual hands of the developers problem, because I think YouTube's gone on record into saying that they don't even know what their algorithm does anymore as far as picking and choosing what gets showcased. Like, so I one time I was Makes me wonder why YouTube Kids even exists, even if something as simple as a swear word can strip someone of their pay on a video. Right. You know, like, there was one... Okay, so actually, speaking of the swearing situation, there was finally a breakthrough on a clear-cut, defined rule as to what kind of thing will cause your video to get demonetized immediately. If any of you know the channel RT Gaming, he's this Irish YouTuber that does a lot of gaming content, and he had been in contact with YouTube and finally got a clear-cut answer back of no swearing within the first, like, 1 to 3 minutes of your video, and you should be okay. Like, outside of showing something that's really against their terms of service, you're basically good for the most part, so long as you don't swear that early into the video, which is, you know, that's good. People can keep track of that. No, like, a human being gave him a fucking answer, which is huge. It's huge, genuinely. So, yeah, thank you, RT Gaming, for getting that for us. All right, I want to put that over there. There we go. And I think that's about as good as we can get it. Ah, but I need... I've got... How many canisters have I got? 3? I think I can keep going on that front. I need canisters for these? No. But yeah, the whole YouTube Kids thing is also messed up because I don't encourage the idea of iPad kids, you know? But nonetheless, I, for the most part, am not too affected by things on that front because right now I'm not monetized on YouTube. It is quite literally just a hub for my VODs. That's it. I just kind of keep my VODs there as a means of storage because Twitch has got a very limited amount of storage that they can provide for VODs for affiliates. And now they've limited that storage more so for even their partnered streamers, which a lot of people aren't the biggest fans of, from what I remember when that article first came out about it, but I can see why they made that decision. For those that aren't in the know about it, Twitch put out an article about how they were limiting the amount of hours that people could have for highlights, and I think, no, not clips, but at the very least highlights of about 100 hours. So what's a highlight? A highlight's essentially a video that's kept on permanent storage on your YouTube channel if you wanted to save a VOD that maybe would not have gone over well on YouTube or would have for certain gotten some kind of copyright strike on YouTube. So some people keep highlights on there for that reason, or maybe they just prefer Twitch versus YouTube as far as the playback is concerned. But nonetheless, it is a means for people to keep them on there. But this new 100-hour limit has caused people to have to immediately think, okay, what do we do to make sure that our VODs are kept so our audience can watch our old content and also keep up with content that they may have missed out on? Like, if they're playing through, let's say someone's streaming Dredge, and maybe one of their audience members just hadn't gotten to make it through seeing a couple streams because of work or life stuff, as it tends to happen, and due to Twitch not keeping the VODs for longer than I think 2 weeks or so, you know, maybe they just lose the ability to get to watch it. That's where highlights came in. But that's why also a lot of channels have a separate thing on YouTube to store their VODs, like I do. So that in case if any of you want to watch my old playthroughs of Lies of P or Resident Evil 4 Remake or this game, you can go to my VODs channel and check that out, and Twitch does have an easy export tool for that. So Twitch hasn't thrown people under the bus completely with it, it just sucks. But it's understandable because that amount of storage costs a lot of money. And that money cost is the reason why Twitch had to make some of these decisions that really suck for a lot of people, but because they operate at a loss, it helps them a ton. Like when they had to stop their operations in South Korea. Like that was because they could not keep up their operations there, so they had to cut their work in South Korea to try and be able to stay afloat, essentially. So yeah, and the thing is, somebody from Twitch, I think, made us mention that if they cut highlights out entirely, they could have saved a lot more money, but they recognize that people would want to keep at least some VODs here on Twitch up in the form of a highlight. So yeah. So there's your little Twitch crash course, I guess. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll walk off the stage awkwardly. All right, so we've got 3 canisters left that we can use, and now we have an upgraded winch, which I can finally use to get some stuff. So we need to go back to Gale Cliffs to get ourselves some more fish. But yeah, there's other problems that Twitch has got besides some of its more recent decisions, and YouTube especially. But those can be made into like big essays or interview-based things that I. Oh God! I just felt the fucking blood drain out of my head. What the fuck is that? Okay. So that thing, I don't know how rare that thing popping up randomly in the map happens, but it happened once in my regular playthrough. That is a Leviathan creature, and it shows up for a few reasons in the game. One is if it shows up at random, like it just did. 2, if you go outside the boundaries of the map here, so like this dotted line, you go outside this dotted line, it will instantaneously eat and kill you. And 3rd is when you get the good ending of the game, where it swallows you whole anyway after you finish the main quest of the game. So yeah, it's fucking scary whenever it comes up because you're suddenly seeing Godzilla in the water. But yeah, I was like, what is that like rumbling sound? And then suddenly it shows up and it just scares the shit out of me every time. And again, not without good reason, because you know, you're just going on your happy little way in your tiny little boat, and then suddenly you have that appearing out of fucking nowhere. I just felt a fucking cold rush of fear. Ugh. Oh my God. So yeah, that can happen. Like, I don't know if that thing's got another name. My top fear is the ocean. Subnautica is a nightmare for me. Seeing that does not help. Oh yeah, I understand that too. I mean, shit, after I talked about the humpback whale swallowing a guy and spitting him out that my dungeon master shared with me in my tabletop game, yeah, no fear. Humpback whale randomly swallowing and spitting you out in the ocean. One fear. One big fear. But yeah, for those that weren't here for that story, I was talking about how in my Pathfinder game, my GM, he told me this story about a guy who was kayaking, and a humpback whale just out of nowhere like swallowed him whole and then spit him out when it realized that he was not food. Like, no other context behind it, just one of those random quirks of life that happens. Ugh. So yeah, I doubt there's ever anything like those Godzilla monsters in the ocean, but I don't feel inclined to go find out anymore. All right, so I wanted to go check. What am I looking at here? It swims by propelling water through its many chambered shells. They're one of very few species that can survive sudden wrenching from the depths. Okay. And then Gale Cliffs, that's... Okay. So I've got 2 more of these I need to find. But knowing how this place is, I think I know where the others might need to be. Which does not inspire me with confidence. Never go near a body of water again. Reminds me of a guy who got swallowed by a great white and had to cut his way out. Oh, God. Yeah, What the fuck is that rum? Oh, God. Shit. Well. No! God damn it. I fucking figured that would happen. Yeah, that's creature number 2. Oh, it's gonna cost so much money. Alright, well, at least I didn't lose all my shit. Yeah, when I lived closer to saltwater when I was really young, growing up in Texas, I never really ventured too far out, and the times where I ever gone offshore fishing with my dad, you know, we were always kept safe. It's just, I don't think I could ever see myself hopping out into the ocean just completely and utterly, like, kayak out in the open sea kind of situations. That would scare the shit out of me. Yeah, I was hearing the rumbling and I'm like, oh God, did I somehow run into that monster literally just as it showed up? And sure enough, I did. Okay, that's more. Those got, ow. Not the thing. No, I just got that. All right, well, we're good on that. Change back to that. Yeah, I get it. Like, the ocean is a really messed up spot. Never fun. Never fun to learn things about the ocean that, you know, can scare the shit out of you like that. I don't think the scientist will care if it's infected. Alright, so what was the... Did I just... Let's just put that back in storage. I want to check on the pursuits again. I need... Oh, right, I need a crab pot. Okay. Throw that out. Then we'll sleep at the... can I make it to... I probably could. Yeah, it's why I've also considered myself more on the freshwater scale of things if I were ever to go fishing again. We just haven't in a long time because life's been keeping us really busy. I mean, shit, the last time I fished was in, I think July. Like July or sometime in the summer last year. But yeah, this game's very good at, you know, amplifying your fear of the ocean if you ever play it. Like, I enjoy it because it's actually very relaxing if you know what you're doing and are able to keep yourself safe. Otherwise, you know, this game will scare the shit out of you if you're not careful with sleeping on time and, you know, avoiding the sea monsters. And plus, I mean, this is the devs' first ever game that they've put out, so they've definitely done a stellar job at this. All right, so I want to go turn these fish in before they go stale and bad and rot. But yeah, like, despite the horror elements in this game, like the eldritch monsters and everything, this is, if anything, more of like a supply and management type of game, with little hints of eldritch horror sprinkled in there. plus it's got the Resident Evil 4 attaché case style inventory, and that's always a nice plus. Oh, I didn't say it earlier. I should have done it. Yeah, for any raiders that may have to raid and run, I totally understand because it may be quite late for some of you. So if you need to go, you know, do post-stream self-care and sleep, I totally understand. I should have mentioned that earlier. Sorry. All right. Need any contaminating patches? I know where they are. Science lab. Submit samples. I need to give you this thing. Okay, he doesn't care if it's infected. Abyssal gar. Oh, that's... Okay, so that's not one of the fish that he needs. Solicina in the shallows, huh? It's 2:02 in the morning. Yeah, go sleep. If it's 2:20 in the morning for you, yeah, please go to sleep. Trust me, it's fine. I totally understand. If you need to sleep, sleep. Do not neglect your sleep. Still around, huh? Basic materials can be worked here. So I can't upgrade this thing. How about the tech lab? All right, let's upgrade our horn. And then we can upgrade this a bit more. Lovely. All right. The tech lab is fully built now. These modules can be attached to your ship. Placement's flexible too. They can be wired up to wherever you need to go. All right, good night with you. Thank you. Hope you have a good one. Take care. What is this? Rotor reprogrammer. Increases the rotational turning speed of your vessel. I don't need more turning speed. Or actually, no, I do need better turning speed. Yeah, it's better turning speed I need when I'm faster. Reverse gear router. Boost the reverse speed of your vehicle. Can't extend your forward speed. Increase the winching speed of your dredge crane. Increase the catch rate of your trawling equipment. Absorbs excess heat generated by hasted engines. Oh, so I don't overheat as easily with the abyssal powers. And then reel accelerator, increasing the pulling power of your fishing reels. Okay. That's good. Well, still missing 2 fish. One from Crab Pot and one from the shallows. So... let's go back to... do I want to go back to the Gale Cliffs? Yeah, I should. So we should be good now. I tell you, we're actually breezing through this pretty nicely. Because I looked up how long the DLC this time around is, considering how quickly I went through the ice one, and it said this was around 3 to 5 hours, which I could totally do in one stream. That's usually how long I stream most of the time anyways, so this works out pretty well. Like, save for ad breaks or me getting stuck on a puzzle or something, I tend to usually go at a pace of about 3 to 5 hours, or if it's like a really big finale that I really want to spend a lot of time in. Which I've been known to do a couple times, I'll admit, because I tend to have fun with games I play, you know, because imagine playing games for fun. All right, we'll sleep once we reach the Gale Cliffs, and then we can get our crab pot. What is that in the distance? Is that just a buoy? I think that's just a buoy. All right, we'll sleep. Actually, hold on. We will sell you that and that. We'll rest. And we're good to go. I'm gonna see something real quick. Yep, gnashing perch. Actually, didn't I? Hold on, do I have all of the aberrations for the perches? Let's see. Perches, perches, perches. That's the fangtooth. Gale cliffs. Yep, that is the only aberration of it. Okay. Like, I have to really wonder how the devs came up with these aberration types for the fish that you can find in the game. Because, like, so much of this, of the Eldritch Horror aspect is just finding incredibly fucked up versions of what are usually just normal things you find in the world. So, like, fish, you know, you think of a tuna, or you think of a Goliath tigerfish, and you think, ah, well, yeah, it's messed up looking already. Like, how could it get more messed up looking? This game comes along and goes, yeah, you see this beer in my hand? You see this open glass bottle of 5% alcohol beer? How about you hold on to this just briefly for me, and I'll show you up. And show me up the game does. A lot. There we go. What the fuck is this thing? It looks like a fucked up starfish. Okay. No. I felt the rumble in my controller. Don't you dare, game. Alright, well. Just shot past them, but that's fine. We can just go back and turn these in. What am I feeling the rumbles about? Is Godzilla gonna appear at me again? No, okay. What the fuck is happening? Did my ship get damaged? Why am I feeling rumbles in my controller? This is creepy. I'm feeling... Y'all can't... I'm feeling rumbles in my controller, but nothing's happening, and that is concerning me the most. Oh, this is... Yeah, actually, you know what it must be? It has to be because of the fissures. I don't know what's going on, but the fissures are what's happening right now, and maybe that's why I'm feeling a rumbling. Because I'm feeling it in my controller, and I thought maybe the Godzilla monster was appearing again, but no, it's... Oh, man, this game. All right, well, let's drop off these new fish that we've got, and then we'll be set. All right. Got your samples, buddy. The scientist inserts a syringe into each of the creatures, now laying long dead on the slab. From each, in turn, he draws a vial of fluid. This will only take a moment. Some vials contain the type of blood you might expect, deep and red, catching glints of light from the fluorescent bulbs overhead. Other corpses yield a dark, clotted substance that seems to crawl up into the vial by itself. It shimmers with a quiet iridescence, as if lit from the inside. He places the vials of what should be fish blood in a rack in front of him. Down in the deep, something begins to brush against the legs of the rig. Oh! There's something gigantic, something incredibly powerful gripping the rig. So, it's really here. The scientist steps away from the nearby window, knuckles still white from gripping the frame moments before. Fisherman, this structure, the people on it, can't stand up to this. I had a student. She was developing some technology. He turns back and presses his forehead up against the glass. It's a way of communicating, I suppose. We were working on emulating a language that we didn't fully understand. She began to twist the words, but she didn't agree with Ironhaven's methods. So, leveraging my role on the board of the Research Society, I pulled some strings and had her posted far away to Stellar Basin. Oh, the researcher is his protege. Okay. Please go find her. I hope she's progressed her research sufficiently to help us. And while you're there, try to catch some local specimens. I think they hold the key to understanding what we're looking for. Okay. Will do, but right now we gotta honk shoe. Okay, so now, yeah, we've woke up something that's really pissed. So that's not oil, it's some kind of eldritch ink. Can you believe the size of that squid? It's shaking the whole damn rig. Doesn't seem like it should be possible. The legs are anchored pretty deep. Well. Okay, so we can upgrade the foundry too.
Those tentacles seem angry. Not surprised.
All right, well, we'll get to that in a moment, but I want to get to Stellar Bay, and then we can upgrade the rig some more. All right, so all the way over there. So that's why I was feeling a rumbling in my controller. I kept like, is that just gonna be persisting throughout the game? I hope not, but no, it's just, it was just for that cutscene, because I'm not feeling it anymore.
Oh, man.
What a fucking game. All right. I think aside from the tangle, which I'm gonna need to get that tangle rod upgrade, because if the process of elimination will work with me on this, I imagine it'll be Twisted Strand, then Devil's Spine next. So we'll see how that goes. And of course we'll pick up more supplies as we go. But first, fishmonger, I've got some stuff for you. Nope, there's the rumbling again. All right, we'll sell that. Do I have anything else in my cargo? Not really. This DLC is also teaching me that maybe I should start picking up and selling fish again, because I was able to plow through so much of stuff last time with the DLC because I could afford to get everything done since I got it all for free anyway, so Yeah. There's a supply part out that way. But we'll go say hi to the researcher first. And then after saying hi to the researcher, we'll go fish around. Because I don't want to spend multiple days here and then, you know, my fish will go rotten. Oh, hello again. What do you need? Someone from the Ironhaven Corporation sent me. I didn't expect that name to follow me all the way out here. Perhaps that was naive of me. So, what do you want? The head scientist seems to know you. And I know him. He's the reason I was posted all the way out here, so far from home. He might have mentioned that I studied under him. But I studied him, too. His theories on nature's cycles were odd. He never went into much detail, but his work had some curious influences. I heard whispers through the door of his office, saw confusing diagrams that lingered in half-erased chalk dust and on torn-up shreds of paper. I could never make much sense of it. What else? They have a platform. Oh, and you're helping them with that, I suppose. Do you have any idea what they're even doing? She turns away and tries to recompose herself with a few deep breaths. Of course you don't. You're just trying to help. But you've seen what happened to the water here, and elsewhere, I imagine. And tell me about the defensive tech you've been working on. Well, it's the same tech used in the repulsion machine I gave you. Strictly speaking, I wouldn't call it a defense system. It doesn't interact with anything on a physical level. You see, Ironhaven's Scientific Communication Division have long been working on projects to further their exertion over the natural world. Ah ha ha! Oh boy! Man and tech versus nature. And nature gets pissed. All right. It's complicated stuff, but essentially they were trying to emit signals to communicate with, well, anything they wanted, I suppose. The tech I've been working on is along those lines, but instead of a wide spectrum of communication, it attempts to broadcast a single word. Flee. It emits the vocalized panic response of every animal I was able to gather acoustic data for. They're telling us to fucking run. Okay. We need to protect the rig and its workers. I couldn't give a damn about the rig or the corp, but not everyone there deserves to face the consequences of the corp's actions. I'll give you some schematics. I'm sure someone there is smart enough to decipher them and get it built. Just don't think it means I forgive them, or that I approve of what they're doing. All right. Okay, well, let's go get some supplies from the thing this way. And then after that, we'll go rest at the station, and then we will go back to the rig. Or we'll fish up stuff and then head back to the rig, since it will be the morning then. Ow. So yeah, they were attempting to do some kind of communication with something, and all the wildlife was telling them to get the hell out of Dodge. So that's interesting. And you know what? Considering the environment that this game takes place in, I would totally understand it, because for those that are not in the know about this particular area of the game, Stellar Basin has essentially a gigantic maw with a tentacle in the middle of it that shoots out at you. And I mean, it is a maw. It's huge. So, certain to say that the animals and other wildlife telling us to fucking run is justified. All right, so I imagine one of the things I need to get is also a crab pot fish, so let's go ahead and do this. Do that. Eagle shark. Ooh, cool. Oh, it fits perfectly in there. All right, and that is a tripod spiderfish. Fucking how the hell does that kind of thing even exist? All right, because like the other thing is that for all we know, some of these fish may not have just been seen for a long time, but probably still exist in some capacity. Like you can just find them still. What the fuck? Okay. What? That's confusing because mahi-mahi are not that uncommon. Are they uncommon of a fish? What the fuck? That I'm sorry, surfacing mahi-mahi by way of the iron rig? That feels odd because mahi-mahi are not uncommon. Are they? Like, I've never caught one myself, but you can get them pretty easily and from the Gulf of Mexico. What the huh. I guess I was expecting something different, but I should have probably guessed it from the shape. Because yeah, for those that don't know, mahi-mahi is a kind of tropics fish that you can get. And I hear they taste good, but I'm not much of a fish eater in general, so I wouldn't really know myself. Like, I can eat fish, it's just I never really tend to go for it a lot of the time because it's not usually something that I find entirely flavorful or enticing. Like, most of the time whenever I have fish, it's usually if it's battered and fried. Because I'm American, of course I like it when it's battered and fried. All right, so then we go. We can. Oh, defenses.
So this is where we're gonna build some sort of machine to repel those tentacles, right? That's what the scientist said. These blueprints are confusing. What even is? Okay, I think I follow.
All right, well, good thing I have 3 of these things. And then I got some stuff in my cargo.
We'll get started. Defenses are primed. Turning them on now. This had better work.
A droning voice begins to sound from the top of the rig, reverberating through the metal down into the deep. Yes, remarkable. The power spikes. Fisherman, don't forget about those samples. He walks away, muttering something about modulating voices and waves. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates all the ears, or grates at the ears. It probably grates all the ears too. Foundry's about to get bigger soon. Yeah, you want supplies, except I don't have any. All right, let's turn in the samples that we need to give. Haddle. And there's the crab. Okay, so I need a haddle-based thing. So it's not mahi-mahi that he needs. Okay. I didn't look closely enough. Do you know anything more about the prehistoric fish I found? Nothing useful, aside from confirming with some peers that they are indeed species that were previously thought to be extinct. There's even a special name for that, you know. Al Lazarus taxon, a species seemingly raised from the dead. And I've encountered strange creatures that in the contaminated areas. Oh, what do they look like? You begin to describe the creatures to the scientist, but as you grasp at the images in your head, they melt away, replaced with a swirling blackness in your mind's eye. After your description trails off, the scientist looks at you with some concern. Long nights at sea, unusual weather conditions, sleep deprivation, they can all lead to auditory and visual hallucinations. Not to worry, best to get some rest. All right, well, let's see. Let's actually sleep here. Then we'll go turn in our mahi-mahi to the fishmonger and get to fishing back in the... Hold on. Let me double check something. Okay, I'm good on Haddle. I was wondering, like, oh, do I currently have the equipment for a Haddle stuff? I do, because I was smart and finally upgraded my stuff. Let's get some... Let's get some more fish to sell, because I'm going to need the money. Also, we have an ad break starting in about 4 minutes, just a heads up. You know, I noticed that I've been seeing a lot more whales this time around. Is that a supply drop for the corporate? Looks like it. All right. So the crab pot should have gotten what we need for that. So I'll check the crab pot in Stellar Bay and then get the haddlefish that I need, and then we can drive or boat back to where we need to. But first... There we go. There. And I think that should get us at least a good chunk of change that we can use. Let's see. Okay, decent amount of money. Let's see, how far is... Let's fish up some more stuff, and then we can get... at the very least, we'll have some more money to use to get other things we need, like those research parts. I need more of those at least, so I can upgrade my ship with those modules that the researchers are willing to give out. Whoa. All right, nighttime. Man, I love fishing. All right, that should be good. Fishmonger. There we go. All right, we'll sleep, head to Stellar Bay, check the crab pot, and then get that one haddlefish we need to get, and then we'll head back. So we're making pretty steady progress. And at the very least, the game is giving me a lot more challenges to go on with the different things that it's presenting to me for gear and what have you to use, as opposed to, you know, just like, hey, go do this thing really quickly, or not really quickly, but go do this thing and then go do this other thing, and it's like one task. And they're essentially also saying, hey, you do need to supply up with different gear, which again, I appreciate. I appreciate that they're actually making me have to spend money to get better gear again, because I mentioned it before. Part of the reason why the Ice DLC was so easy for me to get through was because I was so supplied up and basically prepped from the word go that it was a non-issue for me. All right, we do have an ad break about to start though, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the BRB screen. Take these next 3 minutes to get yourself some water, stretch, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right. Now, Let's get these fish, shall we? But yeah, I like the fact that they kind of address more on what the scientist in Stellar Bay was like, more about her backstory, because initially I think the only major thing I remember about her backstory was that she is implied to be the sister of the angler or the fisherman's wife in the game of in the story of the game. So I find that kind of subtlety really nice, but here we get more expounding upon her, you know, her situation and what she might have been doing all the way out here, aside from making this big distraction device for the maw. So I like that. Like that's the kind of thing that I was actually talking about earlier, where I wanted to see more of what the characters in these places we've been have to say about, you know, the events going on. So I think that's really cool. This game good. I like this game. Ugh, drifting, what the drifting chrysalis. Okay, well, we got almost all the things we need. I just need to check the crab pot, then we can sleep and then head back to the rig. Where did I put it? It was that one. Yeah, I thought so. There we go. Oh my god. Of all the... I only found one sea slug. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. All right, let's go sleep at the researcher's area, and then we can get going back to the fishmonger to at least sell a good amount of this stuff, and then we can get the chrysalis and everything over. Rest. There we go. Ooh, and more supplies. Sure enough. All right, we are full on stocked up. So back to the marrows. Oh, I forgot to, hold on. I forgot that thing can still run even when you're, have a different thing on. I didn't realize they could still be on like that. Oops. It's been a minute since I last played this game. So I forgot that you could do that. But yeah, my guess is that maybe the devs were researching into prehistoric fish to use for this DLC, and then were able to think of like, how do we make some of these prehistoric fish that some probably are extinct to make them look more fucked up looking? And, you know, no shocker, they somehow still keep finding ways. All right, so we'll sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, and... A testing tendril flicks at the water around it, tasting, analyzing. The walls of the chrysalis begin to weaken. Ugh. All right. Well, we're now good on that stuff. All right, so the next place that probably will get it is Twisted Strand, which will actually work out in my favor considering I want to get more research parts to upgrade my ship a bit more. What is that sound? You know... Oh, the dolphins. Oh, thank God. Like, well, dolphins are mean in their own way, but okay, it's just dolphins. I thought it was something else, like... Ugh. Hadn't seen dolphins in this game in a while. All right. I've been trying to keep a record on the dark liquid. Yeah, I know. I wonder if cleaning up more of the dark liquid will result in something different as far as an ending outcome. All right, well, before I do anything else, Foundry. You get more stuff for your shit. All right, we'll start upgrading the Foundry. Should be able to make some better stuff now. Okay. Oh, and I can get refined. Okay. Neato. Put that there. And we'll put these in here for now. At the very least to get that done. All right. The scientist arranges the specimens, now laid out on a metal table in front of him. He connects electrodes and wires to the heads of each. The brains of fish are primitive. In many ways, their simplicity is a kind of purity. No burdensome emotions to confuse the data. Just as rigor mortis locks the muscles, the final shape of the mind is held by the brain. But it can be extracted. The room is pierced with the sharp sound of capacitors charging. The corpses on the bench jolt in unison. Slackened muscles arch and tense before lying still again. The scientist is already looking at the 4 monitors behind him. The same vague shape scrolls across each screen. Ragged circle, writhing cell, lidless eye, yawning pit. Writhing cell, lidless eye, yawning pit. Well, Yawning Pit's gotta be Stellar Bay. Lidless Eye. Twisted Strand. Writhing Cell. What is... The difficulty is in reading it. What is it? I guess that's it. Oh, hello. Outside, the foreman is in conversation with a recent arrival to the rig. A stern-looking man in a suit. Oh God, an executive. But sir, the seafloor here, it shouldn't be disturbed. This whole rig is built on some kind of living vault. You have to trust me. Trust you? Who couldn't even keep shipments in order? Who involved locals just to save your own hide? The foreman cowers behind a clipboard. You who put this whole operation in jeopardy. Enough of this. Your concerns end at steel and scaffolding. The future of this corporation is for me alone to decide. Fire it up. The drill descends once more into the blackness under the rig. Oh no. Oh, this fucker. He's like, I don't care if... Oh, what's a few thousand dead fish and irreparably disturbed wildlife? Hand me my brandy. Fucking asshole. The man in the suit turns to you. And we're back on track. While he overstepped his corporate responsibilities, it appears the foreman was right to enlist your assistance. There's one final building that needs to be constructed on this platform. Fleet services. Without this building, we're unable to scale our efforts efficiently. I'll cut you a deal. If you assist in the construction of this building, I'll permit the workers to fit your vessel with a significant hull upgrade. After that, I don't want to see you around here anymore. Our operation is confidential. Get on with it. What a dickhead. Gotta get this place operational. Okay, well, I'll take from the factory, since it's only one, and I can always run into more later. I like the accordion. Actually, does the executive anything more to say? What do you want? Why is Ironhaven Corporation interested in this region? He scoffs. The corporation has its interest in every region. Over the next few years, you'll come to understand. What else? I don't have all day. What is your scientist doing with the fish I've been gathering? Whatever he likes. Honestly, even if I cared to know myself, I'm not sure why you think I'd tell you. What else? The foreman was telling the truth. Something attacked the rig. The executive makes a show of looking around and peering over a nearby railing. Well, I don't see it anymore, do you? Bailiff, whack his pee-pee. That's... God damn it.
Everything should be operational here, sir.
Excellent. Remember, fishermen, I'll permit the workers to upgrade your hull with our tech here. But I think you know how this works by now. You'll have to gather the materials yourself.
Yes.
What's your opinion of your boss? My master? Oh, the executive, yeah. Master? I didn't say nothing about no master kink, sir. He's everywhere. Very hardworking. Always has been. Always will be. He needs me. My work. It all has to be correct. Do you understand? We have to be in the right place. Or else, there's not much time left. Have you learned anything about the dark fluid I collected? It's unlike any substance I've ever seen. Touched. It's smooth one moment, silky and sharp, stabbing. And the next sharp stabbing. The scientist flinches at something in the air above him. A moment later, the lights flicker. The subtle pop of a blown capacitor can be heard somewhere in the nearby bench. His voice drops to a breathy murmur. It holds secrets, instructions, whispers. You seem concerned. Concerned? No. Concern implies. He turns to look at you. One of his eyes is bloodshot, while the white completely overrun with dark red blood. Concern implies that we didn't know this would happen. Alright, the fish, twisted strand. Do you have them? Okay, so 1 mangrove, 2 mangrove, 1 shallow, 1 crab. And then, so that means factory. My infused rod is in my cargo, I think. Right? Or my short storage. Yes, there it is. There. Then we need to get some supplies. And we're set. So, supplies should be here. We'll just grab these and then head right back. I'm gonna check something actually. Oh, I didn't know about. I did not. Wait, really? Color effects that are added to the screen when your character becomes panicked in game. Oh. Motion smoothing. Interesting. I didn't realize about these accessibility options. What I was gonna see. Okay. I didn't know if whether or not you could change the controller display type that you've got on your HUD, because I've talked about this a lot. I use 8BitDo for my PC gaming. I've had this 8BitDo wired controller for a while now, and I really like this thing. But the sad thing is that due to the type of controller that it is, the buttons are not on the exact same layout as the Xbox or PlayStation for obvious reasons. So, yeah. Oh, it's infused fireproof. Oops. I'm an idiot. Sorry, I saw something of roughly the same shape and I... Oops. I meant to go for this one. There we go. And then... There we go. Okay, and then my storage. I am not gonna need this, right? Infused coiling rod. No. Considering it's mangrove and what, shallow? Hold on. It was mangrove, yep, shallow. So damn it, I still need it. In that case, storage, let's get this guy off of here. Put that in the storage. Take this guy, take you onto here. And I think that's everything. I will put this in storage, and I will move this over here. Now we're good. And then we will eat. Actually, what's the foreman's deal right now? Have there been any patches of contamination cited in the area? Contamination cited or in Twisted Strand. Anything else? What happened to the missing material ships? Ever since we got the legs of the platform seated on the seafloor, the supply ships started going missing. HQ told us they'd left port, but they never showed up. Guess the crews thought they could make some money sailing off with the materials and selling them elsewhere. Doesn't seem worth the risk to me. Between you and me, the Corp has a pretty ruthless reputation of tracking down anyone who moves against them. People tend to just make one mistake, if you get what I mean. Alright. What's this rig for? The rig is your standard setup, designed to pierce the seabed and collect some from fluid reservoirs. It doesn't have much storage capacity, though, which is odd. Maybe they're not expecting huge throughput? Right? Is that the word? I've never heard throughput. I didn't actually think there was an oil field out here, but I suppose the surveyors must have found something. Else I wouldn't be talking to you. What can you tell me about Iron Havens Corporation? I've been with the Corp for about a decade now. Started out as a laborer on the projects like this one.
Not always out to sea, mind you, and I've worked my way to the site foreman. The corp itself, it's pretty successful, bit of an institution. It's been around for hundreds of years, in one form or another. They always seem to be diversifying into new areas. The whole drilling division is guided by the scientist. He calls the shots when it comes to decisions on sites. Boss seems to listen to him too. Anything else? Nope, nothing else. All right. To Twisted Strand. Because yeah, we're all set now. Oh! I just moved my jaw, it just popped. Oh. Okay, so... boy, this is gonna be fun. All right. Well, this one won't be as bad. Like, if anything, the monster that's in Twisted Strand is nowhere near as bad as the monster in Gale, in the Gale Cliffs. Because this one, at the very least, leaves you alone if you just stand still. If you're stock still, it doesn't bother you, which I like. I want to buy research stuff from you because I can do that. All right. Boreaspis. Okay. And then we'll drop a crab bucket here. Oh wait, no, we don't have any dangers here anymore because of the because of what we did with the pilot. Yeah, I remember now. We killed all of them. We're all set. So we need to go into shallows, huh? Make it through. Hold on, what was the, Okay, so I have one of the fish I need. That's one we already got. What the fuck was that? I just heard something. I don't know what it was. All right, well, we gotta give it a day, and then we can grab the crab pot and then head out. Unless the crab pot yields something now. Please? No, damn it. Don't bump into trees, please. Okay. Repair my shit here. Forgot to turn it off.
And we'll sell the Arapaima. I'm shocked that it took until the DLC for us to get an Arapaima in Tangled and Twisted Strand. Figured it'd happen sooner. Because, like, I know of what the Arapaima is, considering, you know, when I was a lot younger, I used to really like the show River Monsters when I was back in the day. And I remember they had the guy had an episode specifically about the Arapaima. All right, we'll just go to sleep. Nope, that ain't what I need, but I'll take it for money. I'll check on the other areas that I can go get fish at. Nope, Arapaima again. I think this was one of them. Yep, it was. Got some ooze on me. I'll check this spot. More Arapaima. And so this, in a mangrove with an advanced rod. We just need that, and then we need a crab pot, and then we're good. Okay, so our sanity only really becomes an issue when it's the, when we're just in the ooze. That's a no. There it is. Shit. There we go. All right, we got everything. So now we just need to get the crab pot thing that we need, and then we're set. Just need something from that. So then all we have left is Devil's Spine and whatever we need to find there, and then we're good. I think. Well, I don't know what will be left of the DLC after that, because the ice area was essentially left as just one central spot where everything you did was localized to there. So I don't know what this will end up turning into. But I'm intrigued. I'm interested to see where the story takes us on that front. All right, well, we'll sleep here. Check the pot again. Forgot to turn off the net again. Well, I should probably also get some more fish to sell while I'm out. I also forgot that I could also supply up on the rotational boost that I need for my ship, so I should probably get that too. There it is. And then we'll pick up the crab pot. We'll also repair it since it's close to being, since about halfway down. Shipyard. Repair everything. There we go. And since we've got a crab to sell, we may as well do that, even if it's stale. There we go. And we'll sell that too. Easy $60. And we'll sleep. $60. I can get you like a bunch of indie games or one AAA. I wonder if PC gaming exists in the context of the Dredge world. My guess is probably no, considering that this game maybe takes place within, like, I don't know, I want to say like the 60s, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say because I genuinely have no idea. Because the letters that you find are in the 40s, and I don't know how many years after the events of the Angler's backstory this takes place. All right. Let's go ahead and do this.
Making good progress in getting the factory fully operational.
Fisherman, I think you're going to like what we can make here now. All right. So now she can... Oh. Harvest repair kit. Spare wood and wire patches up pots and nets. Oh, nice. I do want... The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates at the ears. Yeah, nothing new there. Make improvements to your vessel here, including some cutting-edge Iron Haven tech that you won't find anywhere else. Oh, another new hull. $2,000 and the supplies. Upgrade your vessel to a tier 5 hull and adds 11 new cargo spaces. That damn near fills the entire thing up. Okay, that's good to know. All right. Yeah, this is meant to be done close to the end of the game. What was I gonna do? Tech lab. And... Right. Oh, I used my only other supply. God damn it. All right, we're running low on storage. Don't want to use my research points on stuff right now. About to start the construction of the final section of the laboratory. Well... Sounds like a Minecraft villager. Gonna need to buy that to at the very least use it for the upgrades at the factory, since I know Devil's Spine is going to be next on the list of that. So where'd it go? There it is. Put it there. Put this here. Yeah, we're good on that front. Trying to think if there's anything else that I can get at this time. Actually, what's the thing on those fish that I got? What's the down low? Opabinia. A clawed proboscis passes food into a backward-facing mouth. Flaps along the segments of its body propel it through the water. Okay, Boreaspis. A long, bony snout helps root out prey from the substrate, and a thick head shield provides provides a strong defense when attacked. Okay. The Arapaima, which, you know, is a fish you can see. These huge fish have exceptionally strong scales, composed of layers of minerals and fibers. They have to breathe surface air to survive in sluggish waters. Yeah, that's the other thing that's interesting about the Arapaima, is that they do have to breach the surface to gulp air. So, you know, if you're in an area that's got them, say like at an aquarium, or if you actually go to their native waters, you'll just see like occasional like gulps of air happen. And then Xiphactinus, resembling a gargantuan fanged tarpon, this prehistoric predator is known to eat prey the size of a human whole. 16 feet, holy fuck. Yikes, yeah, I know. Ugh, fish are fucking weird. All right, submit samples. Do you have them? I do have them. And then we'll have one more sampling we need to do from Devil's Spine. With the corporation leader here, I have to focus. There are pressures acting upon me. We must know where these creatures entered. Where the blood. He places the specimens into a large metal chamber before sealing the lid. A motor runs briefly and a pressure gauge on the chamber rises. The Elder communicates in power. He flips a large switch, and the metal chamber begins to spin, slowly at first, then accelerating until the whole thing is a blur. Needles etched onto graph paper, transcribing the ascent of something, scratched out at speed. Scratched out at speed. A dark fluid rises from a tube connecting to the chamber. Not yet. Pure. We'll need more. Down. Deeper. Outside, the executive is talking to the foreman. We're almost there. Give it another push. How much power can we give this thing?
Sir, I don't think we really shouldn't.
The executive shoots the foreman a glance, disdain and dismissal lancing the muscles on his face. Or lacing, not lancing. Dismissal lacing the muscles on his face. The foreman backs down, defeated.
Setting the drill to full power, sir.
Machinery in the drill tower steps into overdrive, blurring the air with sound of gears turning. All right.
What's that noise?
Oh. As the roar of the giant creature fades, it leaves behind a silence that on all that witnessed it. Faces stare from windows and hands grip railings, trying to process the spectacle.
Boss, that must have been the thing that got all our material shipments. And now it's coming for the rig.
A murmur of panic begins to rise from the onlookers. No, we're close now, and it knows it. How long will it take for the drill to break through the next layer?
It still has a little way to go, but you can't be serious, surely. Not with that thing in the water here. Our lives are in danger and you want to keep drilling?
Get it done. The executive turns and walks away towards his office, leaving the foreman shaking his head.
He's insane. What the hell are we doing here? This drill, whatever's down there, we shouldn't be disturbing it. Fisherman, you've got to help us. He won't listen to reason, but perhaps he'll listen to an operational setback.
What do you have in mind?
We can't shut down the drill ourselves, not without repercussions from the corporation following us for the rest of our lives. But if it were to be damaged by a force of nature, force of the deep, we'd have no choice but to abandon our position. I know it sounds crazy, but if the defenses were to stop operating suddenly, it would leave the drill vulnerable. Please, have a think. See what you can do.
Executive, I need to fucking talk to you, buddy. Is whatever you're here really worth risking the lives of your people? My people? These are employees. What else? Why? Yeah. Fucking corpos. All right, well, let's talk to the scientist. Oh God. Are you okay? The inevitable conclusion. He rocks back and forth, hands shading his eyes from the harsh lights above. Our work almost complete. Closer. Pure. Devil spine. The wretches. Where are they? Defenses. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound. You walk the perimeter of the tower. One electrical panel hasn't been securely fastened. Open it. You open the panel. Inside, a bunch of cables travel from a black box up to the heights of the tower. The black box has a number of empty slots on the top, one of which has a module inserted into it. It's labeled Flee in electrical tape. Considering this is her invention, perhaps the researcher in Stellar Basin would have some advice. All right. I'll do both. I want to see both outcomes on this. So let's go back to Stellar Basin and see what happens. I want to see both outcomes with this. I'm very curious. Because on one hand, I want to see a fucked up looking monster. On the other hand, yeah, story-wise, we want to see, you know, I want to see the employees at least live to see another day. Because we've got an executive wanting the dark eldritch monster for something. I can still get some supply stuff. And I do need that hull up. I do need that hull upgrade, though. Get that. And we'll get this. All right. There's a third in case I want to get another thing. Because we got the volcanic rod upgrade, I think, so we're actually set on that front. So let's just get back to the Marrows, we'll sleep, and then head over to Stellar Basin. Do want to fish again, though. Just to get some extra cash. All right, fishmonger. There we go. A nice hundo 60. All right, I'll send these to the storage. I'm out. Oh, I'm out of space. What do I get rid of? I guess maybe I can discard some of these cloths and wood. I'm not going to need these. Like, these are easy to get, the cloths and wood and stuff. The refined metal, I am not getting rid of. So I'll move these around. and then put that in supplies, and then we're set on that front. So now we'll rest. All right, and then Stellar Basin. I forgot about the turning upgrade that I wanted again. Ugh. All right, it's okay. I'll remember it when I get there after talking to the when I need to get my hull upgrade, I'll remember. I keep forgetting because pressing plot matters make me forget about it. All right. So we'll go talk to the researcher and see what she has to say. All right. Okay, so I'll have two outcomes to this, huh? Oh, hello again. What do you need? About those defenses on the rig. Oh, I hope they worked. Yes, they worked. Good. It's always nice to have additional data points. Anything else about those defenses? The workers on the rig want to find a way to sabotage them. Found their conscience, have they? I suppose they're wanting it to look like an accident. They wouldn't want to face corpse wrath if they found culpable. I do have a pleasingly elegant idea, actually. We don't have to sabotage the defenses in a traditional sense. If you recall, they emit a sort of word. At the moment, they broadcast a warning. Flee. But we can change that. I have other recordings of other words. Instead of a warning, it could broadcast an invitation. There's one in particular. I've been referring to it by the closest human analog, Rise. Okay. I'll prepare some blueprints for the module. You'll have to assemble it and slot it onto the top of the black box. Anything else about the defenses? All right. So with that done, I'm gonna talk to the foreman. Then after we talk to the foreman, I need to get that hull upgrade first, though. I have the 2 supply boxes I need. Or needed, rather. You know what would be a really cool little bit of merch for this game? Like a nice little replica of the fisherman's ship. Just something like that, you know, like something on your shelf that'd be really fun to have as a nice accessory. Or acrylic stands of the different characters you encounter. That'd be cute. Because I don't know if other indie games, like I know indie games can't always end up having the merch deals that others end up getting. Like I remember again hearing about Jill from Valhalla getting a Nendoroid, which that one was a real shocker for me. Like because Valhalla I've heard a lot of positive buzz about, and I've been interested in that game myself, but I didn't think that Good Smile were gonna be like, ah yes, why don't we make a Nendoroid of this character, because people really like this game. And I don't know if it's out now, but I guess, you know, seems to be doing well enough. So yeah, and I have the so I have Valhalla, and I also have its sequel game, Nirvana, wishlisted on Steam. So someday count on those streams potentially happening whenever Nirvana comes out. All right. And there we go, the big hull. All right, The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound. After finding it, oh, I can just do it. I could just do it. Before I do that though, let's sleep so that I autosave. Because then I can at least reload from this save, whatever happens. You remove the old module and insert the new one. As it clicks into place, the sound from the tower changes into a deep rumble. Now take the executive and eat him. Oh! The Leviathan monster saved us. Godzilla saved us. With the last scraps of metal still falling from the destroyed drill tower, the executive boards his helicopter rotors already spinning.
Is everyone all right?
All accounted for in the factory.
Yep, foundry's fine. I guess we'll wait for our airlifts out of here. There's no way I'm traveling anywhere by boat.
Yeah, I'll sit tight for now. Fisherman, the main buildings are all mostly undamaged, so if you still need some stuff made, we can sort you out. Scientist. Oh. So I can still do this? Oh, I thought it was either one ending or the other. Well, may as well do this, I guess. Let's go to Devil's Spine. All right, there we are. I still have my crab pot, so we're good on that front too. I wasn't expecting Godzilla to save us. That's nice of him. So yeah, I guess whatever was gonna come out, Godzilla was all for helping us. Hopefully that executive shat himself hard enough that his Italian suit probably will stain forever. All right. Ooh, look at this ship. Volcanic. Oh, I don't have it installed. Oops. Well, what I also need to do is grab this. Need to install the volcanic rod too, and then after the volcanic rod, we can get that turning module that I keep forgetting. So yeah, we're supplied up pretty strongly. And hey, my speed is now not completely driving me into the wall. So that's nice. Because the ship's so damn big. Tech lab. $100. Better turning speed. So I need supplies for that. And then storage. Where's the volcanic rod? I'll uninstall that since I don't need it anymore. And then... where'd I put the volcanic rod? Wait. Oh, I didn't even that's right. I haven't upgraded it yet. I had it saved here. I need to get more supplies. Oops. I completely whiffed on that. Alright, None there. You gotta keep driving. Also, the ad break's gonna come up real soon. I just noticed it's gonna be in about 20 seconds. So, I am gonna go ahead and turn the BRB once I find myself. Any supplies here? Yes. All right. You get this, and then I'll turn the BRB on so that we can get our 3-minute break to get an hour of no ads. All right, BRB everybody, get water, stretch if you need to. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right. So it is dark out in-game and quite scary. So, let's see if we can make it to, at the very least, Steel Point to sleep. Because if I could at least avoid this fucker, I would like to. There we are. So now, I need to find supplies. Would some be at Devil's Spine, mayhaps, since we already need to go there? Oh, I don't like that red stain in the sky. Oh. Okay, there's some supplies. Sweet. Oh, he's giving me a little show. I always... So I already got a supply, but I can always use more. There we go. Alright. So let's go back to the rig. Get that volcanic upgrade. Get my volcanic rod upgraded, and then we will be good to go. I don't have entirety of the oil spills cleaned up, but I have a feeling that that may not be entirely related to the ending of this here downloadable content. Alright. Hey, you know, I mentioned the prospect of like, oh, what if this game got some merch in the form of what I mentioned earlier with Dredge having a figurine for the ship or something. I mean, as I said, indie games have gotten a lot of surprisingly high press for some of the stuff that's been showcased. Like, a while back, we were potentially going to get an Outer Wilds Lego set, so I can't really deny that the market's there. It's just, you know, gotta make sure that you show the companies that people want this stuff. Huh. All right, and factory is now fully upgraded. Got all that we need. Yay! And now we have, ooh, fitted with a quick release mechanism. This contraption immediately attracts and traps nearby. Oh! That's nice. Oh, that's really nice, but what I want to do is get this. Oh, I lack the money. I can't sell anything to this guy, can't I? No. Didn't think so. In that case... yeah, I don't feel safe fishing in this time. Actually, now that that's happened, I gotta ask the foreman, hey, what's your deal with all that's happening? No? Okay. Alright, well, let's get at least, like, some fish, and then we can sell it to, the Spontoon here in Twisted Strand, and then we'll be set on that front. There we go. All right, then we sell off the fish to this place, and then we are set to at least get that volcanic upgrade. All right, there we go. And we also do have enough supplies for one other upgrade from the tech lab that we can get, so that's something to keep an eye on too. But yeah, look at our storage now. It is nearly filled, like it nearly fills that entire box. Install that. There we go. Now we're good on that front. We're 50 bucks short on that. Okay. Well, which Expedia or Dredging Crane? Look at reels. Well, if I got some more sludge, I could actually do that. Can I make it to the... I can make it to the temple, I think. Yeah, I think I can make it to the temple before nightfall. So then with that, we can start on the fish with this area. And then after that's done, we have the DLC under wraps. Yeah, a nice little concise stream of just getting to experience the DLC of this. Very cool game. Really cool stuff. Very imaginative. Like, that's the thing that I like a lot about this, is that it's taken, as I've mentioned, something as mundane as the fish of our world, which in itself isn't entirely mundane, and just reimagines a lot of it in a very cool idea, in a very cool way. So, I like it. Good game. Very good game. All right, let's get some of these fish. So knowing the trend, it's likely crab pot and some volcanics. So we'll see what we need to get. Actually, should just check the names. Dunkleostesis, Vetulicolia, giant dragonfish, and sea scorpion. Okay. Okay, that's one of them ones we needed. That's the same one. I need to stay the fuck away from the little guys that call the big fish. Haddle. Fuck! Alright. I need to get rid of one of my rods then. How about this? Yeah, I think a sawfish was also one of them. So we'll go back to the rig with these two. And then put these... Can't put them anywhere right now. Okay. There we go. Well, we got some ooze, so that's good. We can use that for other upgrades to get. Okay. I mean, hey, we got 2 out of 4, and we've got a crab pot in, so that's good. Science lab. Submit samples. Oh, sawfish isn't one of the ones we need. Okay. Right, I should have guessed that from the fucking... Oops. Well, in any case, yeah, sea scorp... So crab, haddle, so 2 volcanic, 1 haddle, 1 crab. So let's go to my storage. We will uninstall this since we don't need it right now. And we need you. Put you there. Yeah, we're all set. I just need to get the money for some of the other upgrades that I want. All right. Now that I have my haddle rod, let's go check on the crab pot, get the haddle, and then we'll see about getting that final fish. But I do also need to get to the spontoon to sell the other thing that I need to get done. Just keep away from those little fuckers. Like that's the moral here, or that's the thing here. Just keep away from those things. All right, fish market. Sell that. Hey, that's good. Storage, storage. Nope. I want to go to this spot. Nope, not what I need. This is what I need. There we go. So now all I need is just the crab pot and then the other fish from the haddle spot. And then we're set. It's just over there. Just need to not get spotted by the little fuckers again. So I had some close calls with those little shits. Hey, there we go. Take all. And we'll pick up this stuff too. And I think the haddle spot was it here? No, volcanic. Haddle spot was here. And that is the fish that we fucking need. We're all set. We're good. We can finish this. Where is... All right. There we go. That was quick. I guess... I don't know if I just got especially lucky, but that was a good find. All right. And making good time too. We're approaching the 4-hour mark too. So yeah, it's definitely reaching that 3 to 5 hour mark. Quite nicely. Okay. Here's your final samples, man. Whatever you do with these fish, we fucked up your operation, so I don't know what you're gonna get out of this. With shocking speed, he rushes towards the table, grabbing at the corpses. Oh my god! The shape that bursts through the blackboard barely resembles the scientist, no longer meek and cowed, now a frightening visage of stretched skin and sharp teeth. With a sickening crunch, he bites down into the sea scorpion carcass, black liquid dripping from his mouth. His terrible head snaps up to lock eyes with yours. A feral cry rises from his lungs, forming an accusatory scream with freshly born claws pointed in your direction. With limbs overcome by frantic spasms, he stumbles towards the nearest window, slowly at first, then arriving at a considerable speed. The aberrated form of the scientist crashes through the glass, diving out, beyond the deck of the platform, down, hitting the water, then disappearing into the deep. Hey man, what the fuck? Is that it? Was that really... Yeah, that seems to have been it. Wow. Okay, so now I wonder what happens if you, Now I wonder what happens if you don't turn off the defenses and help the scientist anyway, but I guess because I autosaved, I can never find out. Oops. I'll find out some other time. Because we're pretty much at the end point. Aside from doing the ending of the game again, I can't really think of anything else we need to do. Yeah, that's it, I suppose. Holy shit. Wow. What a time for that to go down. Shit. All right, well, that was Dredge, the Iron Rig. What a cool DLC. Very substantial, much more so than the ice one. And I enjoyed the ice one, don't get me wrong. It had some cool stuff and nice world building to it, but this had a very nice storyline to it with some depth and expounding upon the researcher, who I really liked from the base game, considering you could, you know, give her the dog, hang out with her, help her out with the giant maw in the ocean. I'm just curious now, what the fuck caused the scientist to be able to transform? I'm guessing what happened was he had some kind of pact, along with the executive, with the monster that was below the rig. And when I had destroyed the defense mechanism, the Godzilla came around and saved us from it, but because we had jeopardized that and still tried to give him all the fish, I guess he might have rebounded in some kind of transformation. I don't know what that was about, but that was a very intriguing outcome. What a good game. So, yeah, if my endorsement can't sell it enough, this game is definitely worth the go, especially with the DLC. So, having all this in mind, this is definitely endgame DLC. The Ice DLC, the Ice Island one, that is better suited for around mid-game, as I mentioned earlier, because, you know, with my endgame ship, I blazed through everything really easily, and because I never had to really resupply up on anything, I was set from the word go and was able to beat that in about an hour and a half. This, as y'all can see, took me nearly 4, so there's more of a endgame progression that you get out of this one that definitely indicates that this is left for, like, oh, if you beat the game once, or if you're close to the end of the game in your first playthrough, this is the time to play it. So, yeah. I don't know if the devs are planning any more DLC for Dredge, but there's interesting stuff here, and it's really cool. The only thing is that I never can figure out... Actually, maybe that can be what we leave off on. Trying to find where I can find the dredge key. Oh, I have to... Oh, I have to buy the key DLC. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, never mind. I did not realize that I had to buy that. I can see why, because like I got curious and looked up like the general reviews of the DLC itself, and these DLCs are pretty well reviewed. Apparently, the key for Blackstone Island is its own separate DLC. Oh, I don't like that. That should have just come with either one of the DLCs or been a free update. Oh. Yeah, that's not very good. Well, in any case, though, that's going to be it for Dredge. That will be the ending of our little adventures with the fishermen, unless another DLC gets announced, but who knows how long that may take. Or maybe they want to focus on a new game. Who knows? But I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all for stopping by, whether you lurked or chatted. And thank you again for the raid earlier. I really appreciate it. Even if for some reason the raid didn't go through. That's happened to me before, where Twitch just doesn't really follow through on a raid. Unless, like, the raid command wasn't done properly. Who knows? But I do appreciate the support nonetheless. It really means a lot. So, yeah. That's going to be it. So for VOD watchers, take this as your Dredge endorsement, and stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and I don't have my schedule up yet, but I promise I'll have it ready on Blue Sky, if not by later tonight, then tomorrow. So keep an eye out on my Blue Sky for when I drop my schedule for the oncoming weeks of streams. So, yeah. Take care, everybody.